Vincentians, the time has come. We need fresh leadership. We need innovation. We need a man with knock knees and a dream. A man who will change the nation with commerce, rum, and real vibes. Vote Collin Butler for North.
Good evening, welcome to Hoy Podcast. This evening we're here with none other than Mr. Collin Butler, who will be going up against the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonslaves. Also, he will be running for that exact seat, North Central Windward. And how is that for this young man to go up against the Prime Minister, the giant of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Butler. How are you, sir?
I am successful and I am ready to take over this country called St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am not here against a giant. Remember, young man, every big tree have an axe.
I like that. Straight to the point. So you say you're going to save SVG. How you plan to move forward in saving SVG?
Well, number one, do you see who I'm going to run against? Ralph. Ralph cannot run. Ralph's belly is too big to run. Are you with me? Now, Ralph's belly is so big, he better alone have his own zip code. Now, I am attacking something if or but. I know for sure, and the whole country can see the size of the man's belly. He can't run, and I know he can't win me. In by race or in by politics, because number one, although I have two knock knees, let me put that forward, because I don't want no one tell about my knock knee. I will let them know about my knock knee. Although I have two knock knees, I will run fast enough to ensure we move the country forward. So Ralph can't win me because why? He belly big, and his belly have his own zip code. No.
Let me take a shot for that.
No. This is a serious thing because we have to understand. He had been there, how much years Ralph have been there for?
20 plus years.
20 plus years. And you're telling me he still wants to run again? Come on, man. Ralph need to sit down side, go out by the Gas River and sap it to foot and try to lose some weight.
Okay, so let's say you win. What are the policies you about to put in place to take the country forward?
Well, I have so much. I have in my hand my manifesto. Now, one of my first policy is to ensure that we set up a commerce agency within the country. Because we as Vincentians, we love commerce. And I know for sure that in every village, in every constituency, along the Grenadines, they will have an agent who will actually be calling every morning and give an update to the country of what's going on commerce-wise. Who take a who man?
Oh.
Stay with me. I'm going to bless you.
Okay.
Who take a who man? Who breed who? Who have pig in a bag? Who take clothes off a line? That is what Vincentians want at this time to ensure we move the country forward.
So who you about to appoint to be over this commerce station where the cars will be coming in?
Well, I have one person in mind. And she will not only be in charge of commerce agency, she will be also the minister of Batty Rider and Pump Shots. This lady is a wonderful and great lady from the village of South Rivers, and that will be Zandrine Butler. She will be the minister of Pump Shots, Batty Rider, and Commerce Agency.
So you choose Zanjin because South Rivers is where the Prime Minister stronghold is?
You have to be strategic. You have to be very strategic when it comes to Ralph. Remember, Ralph started his whole political thing in South Rivers. So I have to go inside and root him out like an old grassroot.
And Zanjin have the people of South Rivers.
Zandrine have them locked down. And Zandrine know when it comes to fashion. Zandrine know about the fashion when it comes to pom-pom shots and also batty riders. She know about that. She always, because she had a problem where she did brought in some false bottoms from Shein. No, she told me.
This is serious.
Real. She brought in some false bottom from Shein. But what
Mr.
happened?
Butler, you're not fabricating anything about
No
this
fabrication. And what happened? It like she didn't put in the right peg button properly. And what happened after that? Half of the while she dancing, the man in front of she in front of the man, and mom don't know why half of the move gone out. So Zandri know how to get this thing or go around this thing. She know about all this fashion. So she will be the minister of such.
Of fashion.
Of fashion. No. You're trying to mess me up. Zandri will be the minister who in charge of Batty Rider, Pum Shots, and
just
the
trying to get it across
agency. Don't say what I don't say.
Okay. So in terms of Vincentian overseas, because they also love the commerce vibe, who will you appoint to represent the Vincentian overseas?
I will say, who come to mind is that great commerce guy from Diamonds.
Jamran?
That is correct. Correct is right. That is it. Jamran commerce. Jamran, he will be the agent outside of SPG. He will deal with Canada, England, America, and all outside country when it comes to
That's the
commerce.
guy who said rock and come in.
That is correct. Where rock and come in with the commerce from outside. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything else you would like to add? Because I want to make sure you get your points across. Because I might not ask the right questions, because you mentioning things like who get pig in a bag and who this and who that, and those are things I don't really want to touch on. So I will allow you to let the people know what is what.
We must understand something. You're making it sound like I say somebody get pig in a bag and say no. We, the commerce agency, let's go back to that point. The commerce agency will say what happened. The pig in a bag was just an idea of what we'll be getting from the commerce agency.
Okay, and this commerce agency, you plan to run like a radio show so the people could be informed? If so, who will you choose to be the radio announcer?
I don't think that's a question, because that answers itself. The only person I will pick to do that will be none other than Too Cool Chris.
But Too Cool Chris is already loyal to Luke. You sure you can get Too Cool on your side?
That's alright, Too Cool fine. I will make sure I have the inside scoop on Too Cool.
Oh my god!
I know
if you have an inside scoop on Too Cool, you have power. Because Too Cool is the man.
I know how to get to Too Cool. No, I am Chris Brown. That's Chris Brown. Maybe Chris Brown. What do you got him? Luke Brown. That is Luke's station. But I'll make sure we do our own station. That he
Luke Boy,
whatever it is. Luke Boy, because Luke Boy to me is too British. He doesn't sound like a Vincentian. You ever hear Luke talk?
Yeah, I listen to him.
No, do he sound like a Vincentian?
He just speak a little bit fluent, but
no,
he's a Vincentian.
I won't say fluent. You need to be Vincy. He is talking too much dicks. He speaks in too much dicks. We need somebody who talk local, who have the phrases, who have the norms and the culture of the country, and that is Too Cool.
I think Too Cool is a Chinese, they say.
No. We are going one Caribbean.
Okay.
A lot of Vincentian went to Trinidad years ago. Did you know that? Went to Trinidad years ago, and so there's some ties between Trinidad, Barbados, and St. Vincent. So maybe he have Vincentian. So don't try and say make people go get points to say how I appoint somebody who is not a Vincentian.
I didn't say he's not.
Yeah. Hold on. You was about to give that, so I make sure I stop you in your track and let you know Too Cool is a Vincentian, and he will appointed that portfolio when I get the prime ministership from Gonslaves.
Okay, so in a time like this when, let's say, America is deporting a lot of Vincentians, let's say you is the prime minister, how will you deal with the Vincentians that come in from overseas? And families already stated that they don't want to accept them because some of them never send a dime since they leave and that sort of thing. How you will find housing for them, jobs for them? What are your plans?
So let's start from the beginning. every Vincentian whose neighbor string bearing St. Vincent, they can come back home. They are welcome back home. And as a leader of the country, as the leader of the country, we must come to the full realization. I'm sorry?
You're confident about you going to be the leader?
I will win Ralph.
Okay.
Ralph have no kind of is it old policies?
Okay, so
We want new policies.
let's continue.
So back to your point, you're trying to get me off guard here now. All Vincentians, if they get deported from wherever, they are welcome back home. As a leader, what you have to do as a leader, you have to make sure you are representing every single Vincentian home and abroad. Everyone. And furthermore, you represent the thief, the liar, the rapist, the murderer, the one who commits incest, the Christian, the non-Christian, the gays, the lesbian, everybody you represent, because you are the leader. You'll find ways now to ensure that your country and your people feel comfortable in their own country.
Okay, talking about your people feeling comfortable in your own country, what about the people who are uncomfortable with the gays?
Uncomfortable with the gays. No, in this
how do you proceed to making them feel comfortable and making the other side feel comfortable at the same time? What are your plans?
Well, can I piggyback from what you were saying before about deporting from different countries? I know that Donald Trump is now deporting a lot of persons to their different countries within the Caribbean. Now, if there are gays who are deported back to the country, they are welcome back. They have been sanctions, number one. Number two, and I know that we are a bit skeptical and have different questions about someone being gay or trans or whatever, but my thing, I have a plan.
Okay, let's say the plan.
I have a plan.
Let's say the plan.
Now, every single gay person who want to come back home and feel comfortable in the country, I have an island that I will ensure I will develop and they can live there on their own island. And you know the island across from Baliso?
Yeah, I know there's an island there. I don't know.
So you have Baliso for the Garifunas.
Yeah, I know about Baliso.
Across from Baliso you have Batiwe.
Oh, that's the name of the island?
Batiwe. So all the gay people will go to Batiwe. I will make sure that's their island.
And all the straight people will remain on the Grenadines and
St.
the
Vincent.
mainland.
So they can feel comfortable.
Fair enough.
So they can feel comfortable where they are on their own island. They have their own police force, they have their own governor, everybody. And I have somebody, a good brethren, who I know will do an awesome job as the governor of Batiwe.
And who might this brethren be?
I don't think I should reveal that name at this point because once I win the election, when I win the election, I will name the governor for Batiwe.
Okay. So moving forward, people have problems with the VAT and the minimum wage being so low, and for instance, sunset being so high. And what are your plans for the food and the alcohol?
It is that's a good question. It's very, very depressing to know that Vincentian can't afford Vincent strong rum. One of the best rums in the world. No, you can't tell me that Vincino have to go and do all kind of thing to find money to buy rum. And the rum's so expensive that sometimes you feel ever be able to sell your own bed for him. So now,
I don't think it's that expensive.
It is expensive. The kind of VAT.
I know it's expensive outside of St. Vincent, but I can't speak because it's been a while I've been to St. Vincent.
It's expensive. It's expensive in St. Vincent. So what I will do, I'll make sure, put a law, that 50% discount. I'll slash the price in half. I'll make sure that the people who love rum, 50% coming off. We have to do that. Also, talk about rum. When you hear there's a next thing I want to do. No coffee breaks in parliaments. coffee breaks done with. I will make sure we have enough coffee breaks, we having sunset breaks. Every morning, stick a pen, every morning before Parliament starts, each member of Parliament must, you know what, must have a big shot of strong rum. You will hear how parliamentarian talk sense.
So you claiming now that the parliamentarians are talking nonsense?
Pure shit.
So it's the coffee.
The coffee doing that.
So the
But
sunset is the speak the truth serum of St. Vincent.
the sunset will make your tongue loose and speak your mind. So once before and when we having sunset breaks like every 3 hours. So every 3 hours you come in morning, you get your sunset. Every 3 hours you get sunset break, not a coffee break. Because coffee is not a drink from St. Vincent Grenadines. Sunset is.
Okay. With that being said, I think you get across quite a few stuff that people find concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there anything else you would like to add?
There's so much I want to add.
Remember,
Because-
we have limited time, but try and...
No, you brought me on this program. I know you want to time me.
No, it's not a matter of timing. It's
I-
a matter
I-
of we can do...
I bet you if you bring Big Belly Ralph Gonslaves on this show, you'll give him all the time in the world, wouldn't you?
Well, his time is different.
Same damn thing.
But that's the Prime Minister.
But I'm going to be Prime Minister next.
But you're not there yet. So for now, you
So
work with
you're-
what you have.
Yeah, I don't think you're wise enough because if you're having your president somebody who the country loves and about to be put as a prime minister.
Well, we stick up in. We will know if the country loves you from this podcast because we will see the feedback. Remember, this is your first appearance out on the media, so people are gonna know what is what are your intentions. So based on what you said and based on the feedback, then probably next time for the next podcast, you have the podcast to yourself. We go 2-3 hours, stream it live. Whatever the people say, we're giving it to them. But for now, we're walking with the time. So I would like to get just touch on a few more things and we can do the closing and
I'm gonna hold you to your words, sir.
no worries.
No, one more thing before I forget. No, since the weather we have global warming, weather is hot sun across the world global. So what I will start speaking to Chinese, to Chinese, where they're great scientists. Now the Chinese will come down once I win the election and AC the whole of St. Vincent. Not on.
No. I have to document this.
Not only Kingston, like what God's rest soul, O'Neill has said,
Ivan.
but it's from Fancy straight down to Union. We're gonna AC the whole country, and not only that, we are going to make sure that when visitors come to the country, they are tasting the strong rum. So in each standpipe, you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
In each standpipe throughout the country, we are going to ensure that not water, but we have strong rum and village rum.
Strong rum and village rum.
Already mixed. And all that, I will talk to people in China to do that project once I win the election.
So if the strong rum and village rum is running to the standpipe, what about the children? What about the kids?
Great question. We're having two. One for adults, one for children.
So what will be the children standpipe? Water?
No.
Mountain top?
No. Our national drink, which is golden apple juice.
So you have golden apple juice for the kids and
Strong rum and
village rum.
strong rum and village rum is for the adults.
okay,
So-
we will see if the people will approve of that because Vincentian people is their nation by themselves, as we just say. So if they approve of that, then not that alone, but your other policies, then you stand a chance against the giant himself, Ralph, the Honorable E. Gonslaves.
No, I have a question for you, young man. Why keep calling him a giant?
No, because
Yeah,
he perceived himself to be the stronghold.
Have you ever said giant? A giant is well have muscles.
Oh my God.
Nine arms,
So we are
tall
going there.
and heavy. Look again. We're gonna end where we start. Look at Ralph Gonslaves. Ralph Gonslaves cannot win this election against me. Ralph Gonslaves' belly is too big. As again I said before, Ralph Gonslaves' belly is so big, he barely have his own zip code.
Okay, well, your words, not mine.
Correct.
So nice having you here. Hopefully, based on the reviews, you will be back here shortly. And if you get in power, or when you get in power, as you might say, remember we are holding you accountable for any policy that you did not put in place, that you didn't put in place that you mentioned today. So remember your policies.
I am not an ordinary politician.
Every politician say the same thing.
No, I'm
It's
not.
all about promises,
I'm
and when
not.
they get there, it's all about getting big, getting full in their pockets.
I don't even know the guy from who represent North Windward.
Yes,
Daniel.
Montgomery Daniel.
He always say, and so
Yeah, he do
I
say
will
that
make
too.
sure. And so I will make sure what I say, I'm a man to my word. Everything will be done. And with
Okay.
that, I have a next interview lined up on NBC Radio. So if you think you're alone, line me up. I have more.
Okay, well, with that being said, the Vincentian public, there you have it, Mr. Butler, who will be going up against the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonslaves. Nice having you, sir.
It was a pleasure. It was
And
showing a pleasure.
as for your manifesto, how far does it go in terms of reaching the people?
Every crook and nanny.
Every crook and nine?
Every crook and nanny.
Are you thinking about that?
When you hear that? No. Everything.
Is there anything you would like to leave the people with? Any quote? Any?
No, not
Thought
really.
of the day.
Is that just vote for me?
Oh, vote
Just
for you.
for me.
Vote for you.
And I have every constituency is right now. I have a representative going up against each of Labour and NDP. We're forgetting about the P. It's
So
just
you're forgetting about the both parties.
correct is right.
So this is an independent party coming up.
That is correct.
Okay. So there you have it, people. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, Mr. Butler, nice having you. Hope to see you soon.
It was a pleasure, and don't forget, vote for Collin Butler.
There you have
Commerce
it.
and vibes.
That is it.
That is it.
Vincentians, don't let Ralph Belly block progress. Vote for the man with the vision. Vote for the man who cares. Vote for the man who will make SVG a place of laughter, vibes, and unlimited sunset. Vote Collin Butler for North Central Windward. Stay tuned for more from Hoyt Podcast. Thank you for viewing.